Welcome to Wildcat Wilderness. Today we're going to be planting up some pea shoots. This is a really fast growing vegetable that you can grow indoors, or you could go outside on a sunny window ledge, wherever really, and really easy because you're going to be using something you might have in your store cupboard. So my peas have actually been soaking just overnight, all ready to plant up. And what we're going to do, if you remember from another program we did, is we're going to grow it in some vegetable trays like this. I'm going to put some holes in the bottom, so using a skewer just over the top of a tin can, press down, there we go. Just want enough holes all the way through to create some good drainage. Okay, once we've got a few of those, you can always get a screwdriver. Just put that through to make the holes a little bit bigger. All right, okay. Right, I think we're about done there. Right, so I've got my tray now with some holes in, and I'm going to put that in another meat tray that I've got, and that's the one that I'm going to put the water in when I'm watering it. This one's the soil's going to go in, and then over the top I'm going to place a clear one, another one of these, to create a little mini greenhouse, or you can just pop a shower cap over the top. If you don't have any of these, remember you can always use something like an egg carton, but a nice flat one would be great. Now we're going to put some soil in here. Now one of the things about soil, and people often say is, well, there's so many vast arrays of different composts available, what should I have? What should I use? Now, if there's one piece of advice I can give you, is please, please, please make sure it's peat free. Now, peat has been used by gardeners for years for very many reasons. It's a great growing medium. It's full of nutrients, it holds the water well, it's stable, it improves the structure of your soil. But the problem is that peat's really not renewable within our lifetime. Nowadays it's mechanically taken out of fenland and peat bogs, and when it's just irreplaceable, and it's destroying large vast quantities of natural habitat, some rare species as well, but also it holds water so well, which is why gardeners use it, and that really helps the environment in terms of a natural flood defence. So it's another good reason not to use peat. And the other thing is that it holds carbon. So another environmental reason why we shouldn't be digging up our peat bogs. Anyway, so if we're not going to have something peat-free, if we're going to choose something peat-free, we could also look for something organic, but please check to make sure it says peat-free on the bag. If it doesn't, that product might have between 70 and 100% peat in it. So we're looking out for peat-free. Okay, I'm just going to show you some options we use here at the Wildcat Wilderness, some of our faves. We have got some wool compost. This is made by Dale's Foot up in the Lake District, and it's made of wool and also bracken. A really good growing medium. They do a seed version of this. So this one says for vegetables and salads. We use it for our seeds. We give it a bit of a sieve first. A really lovely product to work with, and it is, yeah, approved by the Soil Association as well. So a good one to look out for. The other one we use quite a lot, and we've got in our beds, is something by Melcourt, called Savannah Grow, 100% peat free, and this one is Soil Association approved and also endorsed by the Royal Horticultural Society. So again, a really good one. We use this one for potting on, and it's in all our raised beds as well. So another one to look out for. I've also got some New Horizon. I think they've actually changed the packaging since we've had this. They used to say peat-free and organic. It is peat-free organic. It's not always so obvious on this one, but another good one. And they do one for vegetables or just a multi-purpose one as well. And the other ones I don't have bags of, but there's Carbon Gold. There's something called Biochar, which is a great product. and also fertile fibre, which is made up of coir. Coir is a byproduct of the coconut industry, so another good medium for growing in. And even something like Lidl's own multi-purpose compost, which in previous years has been recommended by Which. Also check, make sure it's peat free, but it's also been a really good one as well. So there's just a couple of options that you could use in terms of compost. Obviously having your own and making your own homemade compost is going to be the best option, but I appreciate that's not an option for everyone, and we'll be covering that in another one of these videos anyway. So today I'm going to use the Melcourt one. So what I'm going to do, scoop up some compost, and the pea shoots don't need very much to go into, so I'm just going to sprinkle that over the top. Okay, like that. Can you see that? Press down, and you can really afford to pack the peas in here because you're actually just going to use the shoots. So the shoots are going to grow. I wouldn't suggest any more than 10 centimetres. They're going to take three or four days to come up, and then in 3 weeks time you're going to have something that you can start harvesting. So I'm going to get my peas and I'm going to plant them quite closely together. They can afford to be, so I'm actually in a pot like this. I'm going to put 4 across like so. Okay, and then I'm going to continue to fill up this whole tray. And the great thing about pea shoots, which is a bit like some of the other microgreens you can grow, which is just a shoot of any crop, is that once you've harvested the initial crop, you should be able to, certainly on pea shoots, get 1 or 2 more crops off of it. The pea shoots are lovely, they're really nutritious, and they're great in salads. You could juice them, you can have them as a small vegetable, nice decoration, but really easy to grow, really fast growing as well. So what I'm now going to do is just get a little bit of compost, not very much. You could, because these are just going to sprout, you could just leave them like that. I prefer to put just a little sprinkling over the top. Press down. Okay, that compost is actually nice and wet anyway, but I will give it a good water as well. Going to put that in there, and as I said, I'm going to put one of these. So I've got my own little mini greenhouse. That's going to go on your sunny windowsill, in fact anywhere indoors with a bit of light and warmth. We're going to put it in our polytunnel here, and hopefully in about 3 weeks time we'll have some lovely pea shoots. Thanks very much. Bye bye.